stay until here.
I'm currently attending a CS50 lecture on YouTube. It's a Harvard's course into computer science, an introductory course into computer science, and it's available for free on YouTube. And this is essentially what I'm doing in between coding and working. And you probably wonder why I'm actually attending Harvard's lecture on the weekend. And the answer is that as a developer, I believe that we all should focus on continuous learning besides, coding itself. At once, I'm attending at least 3 different courses, be it a lecture, be it a course, be it a book. And today I'm gonna talk about it in more detail, so let's go. Okay, and it's Saturday. This past week was especially time-consuming, energy-consuming, like my day job became more than ever those things. I started a new final semester at school, so there's been a lot on my plate. I also submitted my Swift Student Challenge yesterday, and then I dabbled with creating my own Swift packages and played around with booking, design and memorize and stuff, so as usual. But yeah, it's been a lot. And here I am back again on Saturday evening making this video instead of relaxing. Because why should I? Okay, we talked about courses and that I'm taking a few courses at once and why I'm doing it exactly and why I think watching them and continuous learning is so important. So maybe let's continue with that topic instead. So I think I'm gonna just guide you through all of my active courses and then I'm gonna talk about each one of them, and yeah, that's the plan. So the first one I have on my list of active courses is CS50. And CS50 is this lecture you've seen at the beginning of this video. It's a free Harvard lecture which is available for free on YouTube. And it's a comprehensive introduction to computer science. And I can really recommend this course to everyone who's starting and to everyone who's actually is already experienced in programming but lacks this technical side of knowledge. So then we have Sean's UI Kit course you have seen in the last 4 episodes of my vlog, because this course it's been active for a month. I think I started it a month ago and I'm just slowly going through it if I have time spared in a week. And I just thought, hey, maybe it's gonna be a cool idea to learn UI Kit. So that's why I started this course. Also, about UI Kit, there is Angela's UI Kit course on Udemy. I bought it also in January when I was making a lot of progress with Sean's UI Kit course. I found the pace in this course kind of too slow in parts, so that's why I kind of forgot about this one. And then we have a lot of things from Hacking with Swift and Paul Hudson. I'm subscribed to Paul Hudson Hacking with Swift Plus. I'm attending monthly live streams and I can really recommend this kind of subscription. It's really worth the money and the content he puts out is really amazing. So I bought 3 books from him. One is Pro Swift UI, Pro Swift, and Hacking with macOS, I think, or Swift UI for macOS, something like that. So those are 3 books by Paul Hudson, and it's a great resource, and I can recommend this resource to anyone. I finished all 3 of them. However, I stated them as active because it's a resource, and I'm coming back to those books every now and then. Okay, and also on Hacking with Swift Plus, there is this Ultimate Portfolio course where Paul is taking you through the whole process of making the first view up until adding those little, Swift UI features here and there, adding shortcuts, adding a quick note, adding how do you say 3D touch thing, this dynamic context menu. So he talks about all of that, and Also Spotlight integration, yeah. So I implemented like a bunch of those little things he talks about, and he does it really well. That's the end of Swift UI and iOS development in my courses. The last one is AWS practitioner. You may not know this about me, but besides coding and iOS development, I'm a student of data science. And as a student of data science who would like to continue his studies on a master of data science and artificial intelligence and stuff, I'm still thinking about data science, okay? So that's why it is on this list. I'd like to get certified one day as AWS practitioner and go on that path. Maybe it's like kind of a plan B or something. It's a good idea to have options in life. So that's the whole list of my active courses. And one thing I remembered, when I was watching this Hacking with Swift Plus Ultimate Portfolio course, after I watched this episode about, I think it was QuickNote. I'm not sure, but I implemented QuickNote into Memorize. It's like a random test note, but as you can see, here are links to Memorize. And if you have Memorize open on iPad, you can see those links here at the top. You can click add link. It's gonna be created this way. And it was fairly easy to get this implemented. It's those like little small things that make your app more native, or maybe feel more native than it is. And I like those software integrations, so it's a good idea to think about those things as well. And lastly, let's talk about values. What can be learned from attending those courses, or maybe spending your free time on courses and not only coding itself? Because as you look at it, like, you aren't making any progress on your side projects. You aren't coding, essentially. You're technically making notes and then thinking about stuff, and not coding it, but actually thinking. So why are we doing this? And the first reason is continuous learning. When you first started coding, everyone started with a notebook, started with a YouTube video, and I don't know why, but many people think that there comes a point where you no longer need to study, you no longer need to spend time consuming knowledge and actually applying it, because they think it's what they know is sufficient. But the reality of IT and computer science is that it's an ever-changing thing. So improvement is necessary and inevitable. Also, focusing on theory itself gives you this technical side of coding. It's not gonna translate technically into your coding skills. Like, okay, maybe you'll learn how memory works, but hey, like, I don't care about this stuff when making iOS apps. So how does influence anything? Well, the answer is that when you spend time learning about how memory works, what is the data flow, how can we secure our apps, or maybe structure our apps in a way that is less susceptible to attacks or maybe memory leaks. Coding is about optimization, and theory gives you this knowledge you can apply to make your code not only work, because everyone can do it, but essentially make it resource efficient. And the last thing, the third reason, was kind of already mentioned by me, and that is adding or improving your already written code with new functionalities. It kind of connects to the second point of knowing how to optimize code, not only writing it, but writing this code in a way that is better, more efficient. So when you learn this stuff, those little nuggets of knowledge, you can actually apply this not only to your own projects, but improve your older projects. Take, for instance, QuickNote integration, or maybe shortcuts integration, or maybe adding widgets. Those all things come on top of your already gained knowledge and iOS fundamentals, and give you this leverage of making better features. So in this rather short video, I believe I explain why taking additional courses and learning on the side is necessary and a valuable thing you can do in your free time or maybe on the weekend. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this, make sure to subscribe and click a like button. Also comment, what are you studying? What courses are you taking now? I really would like to know and maybe find something useful. We can like create this whole list of useful courses everyone can take in this iOS built-in public community. And that's the end of this vlog. Next week I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna be traveling to Netherlands, so next week's vlog is gonna be really interesting. We're gonna see Tilburg, Maastricht, Eindhoven, even maybe Brussels. So stay tuned for the next week video, and I'll see you guys then.